Every clean, you know, yeah.
Wrong guy. I'm supposed to be delivering meat, but I missed the kitchen.
Yeah, I know.